yeah, I remember.
Oh no, the DM
Cool.
remembers. Run away! And we're
Truth be
recording
told,
now.
I'm just glad he remembers because I can't remember jack shit.
It's like those choose your own adventure, the Telltale games, where it's like you do something else, and it's like something will remember that.
The
The
DM will
DM
remember
remember
this.
that.
Yep.
I'm gonna go down into my boat into my dragon's rookery and kind of just spend time with him while everybody else is her. Sorry, yes, her. My wonderful white dragon.
Yeah, you guys also found Dreshed, somehow alive.
What?
Question about tongue.
Your tongue is back.
Okay. Hello,
You
I'm
have
Brock.
fun.
Hello, Brock. I'm Dreshed.
I find this very suspicious, as I have not known this man.
Dresh, the last time we saw you, you were sleeping, and then you magically poofed out of our magic fortress.
Yes, well, last time I tried to talk, I didn't have a tongue.
I don't remember that story.
Yeah,
It
happened after I left.
Ah. So you just kind of like show up here? Like the magic poofing thing? I don't do magic, so...
Basically, you guys found him like floating on something.
Ah, okay.
It looked from afar that it looked like he was dead, and then as you approach him, basically got within like pulling him in distance, he suddenly like woke up and like was moving again.
Well, that's the second person I fished out of the seas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For everyone who has their characters that are not here, their characters are in some sort of strange trance.
That's fine. I'm playing for 2 apparently. For now.
Well, I mean, you can have your artificer, like you can assign him to basically be like the person working to figure out like, can we mass produce Gatling gun and like this armor?
Yeah, I figured he was going to end up being an NPC. That's actually why I made an artificer.
Mm-hmm. So meaning like you don't need to play him, you can just say he's doing that.
He's also brewing a mean vodka.
Mm-hmm.
With his Zresh's brewing equipment. He is not complaining.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
And on the way back,
Stalin looked good with that beard.
A small boat approaches you. This is a
hello.
fair time afterwards. Probably a week or so at sea.
From what I've heard, yet another boat?
Do we want to put the Black Death flag up, quarantine flag, and just sail on?
You hear a shout from the other ship. Greetings! I am Shower's Portent, merchant extraordinaire.
Has my character met him, actually?
No, I think the only characters alive that know him are Critmere and Taco.
That was way back a long time ago.
Yep.
And
I do remember him in a wagon.
Is there something I could roll to see if I had met him?
Roll a history.
I was afraid you would say history.
Do you have history with this person? No, you don't.
Good.
I have many fine wares for sale.
I will climb up the riggings a little bit. That voice sounds familiar, but if I remember right, we were on dry land.
That is correct, valued customer. I even have more wares this time. even better quality.
Really?
Absolutely.
And
Just a reminder to the player, I believe he dropped you off before your destination and called it good because you met someone else who could take you the rest of the way.
Mhm.
That is in fact true.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part about that.
Yeah, this is far enough. This is good enough. You know
Well, I
somebody.
mean, you
I'm
guys panicked him with your questioning, so he ran away.
Is it Shresh
Wait,
level
who ran
9?
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, I didn't level him yet because.
Oh yeah, because we didn't know if you'd die or not.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
I even came across this fantastic draconic mask.
I look over at my my companions. What do you say, my fine friend? Shall we let this man give his spiel?
Dragon mask? I don't need a dragon mask. I always have a dragon mask.
Because he's a dragon.
I could look like a dragon, and then we would be twins. Nah.
Yeah, you, me, him, and her.
We're just all
There are
dragons.
currently 3 dragonborn. You can try to increase the number.
I'm really a dragonborn.
Hello, yes, I'm definitely a dragonborn.
Totally not changeling.
So, do you let Shower's Portent up onto your ship?
I don't see why not.
I think we need to have somebody watch him like a hawk, just because I'm curious about slippery fingers.
Bro, you can't just
Like
say
a
that.
hawk,
What if there
you
were
say?
Arakoa on the ship?
I'm not yelling it. It's just on our ship. Okay? Unless he has ears like a hawk and I can hear
He
it.
does not have ears like a hawk.
So,
Right now, that's
hey.
what I wanted. It was Circle of the Moon. There we go. Speaking of
He has
hawks,
feet like a coward.
he has feet
yeah,
like a coward too. What feet does he have?
Run away.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's still dressed in his atrocious yellow suit, with the 2 boots that are of different sizes.
Right.
One you can still see some fresh dirt on. Like, someone dug it up or something.
Wow.
Oh,
He's a
there's cure
stand-up
wounds.
citizen. Totally.
So can I use my divine sense?
You can. Nothing's stopping you.
Okay, I would like to.
Yeah, has the odd feeling of being a tiefling.
There's like the odd little thing of tiefling, and then of course you sense a little bit of celestial magic around him.
Interesting.
You do remember last time he did panic when you guys mentioned the house.
Yeah, well, Taco talks a lot, so.
Yeah. He brings up his merchandise. Most of it looks like basically knickknacks at best, garbage at worst.
That sounds right. Garbage at worst, or best, I mean. Oh, wait.
Knickknacks at best.
No.
His quality's improved.
Oh, never mind. Well, I guess he had that one curiosity last time that saved somebody's rear end.
And the one thing that is unique that he has this time is, in fact, the dragon mask.
Cool.
It is white.
Oh. Where'd you steal it from? I'm not going to say that. Because I don't know the guy.
Yep, you don't know the guy. And
Since I do not know this man, I'm going to ask him. Would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior, Chuck Norris?
All right. So
You're
when you
not
reroll your next
Warlock.
character, what would you like their deity to be?
Wow.
What?
I said when you reroll your next character, what would you like your deity to be? Jokes aside. He sees most of the people just kind of look at most of his wares and are like, really? Some of the stuff has very obviously been like probably taken from someone's grave or other places.
Other places.
Stand up citizen. Stand up
Crypts?
citizen.
I'm gonna guess crypts.
Crypts. There is, in fact, an empty pie sheet.
I have no
What?
problem with it.
It looks like there might have been a pie in it at one point.
Oh, okay, so it's just a regular pie sheet. I was really confused.
Yeah, it's just a regular pie sheet. Someone probably made the poor mistake of inviting him into their home.
And then he stole their pie sheet. I'm just imagining now he dumped out the pie and then took the pie sheet.
No, he ate the pie.
Yeah, of
Took
course.
the pie sheet.
So, and then I can
Yeah,
use
but
this
it's
as a
funnier
tin
if he
cup.
gets rid of the pie.
That pie is like, extremely.
Yeah, just flings the pie and then bolts out with the pie sheet.
You know.
Did we have starting gold? Because I have no gold on my character.
I'll flip you a gold coin.
Yeah, you should have had starting gold, yes.
You should have had starting gold, yeah.
Yep. Well, you take one extra gold coin. Just I want to make a show of pulling one out of my money pouch.
You notice he's like trying some sort of spiel, but while he's doing that, you see like one of his eyes like following it.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't both of his eyes; it's literally one that
Just
like turns. Yeah.
I'm now doing my cross-eyed trick. Anyways.
It appears his eyes can focus on different things at once.
He's a tiefling, that's not a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, he's a chameleon.
It's in fact when he reveals himself. I'm joking.
Oh, I didn't know you could heal during Wild Shape because of Circle of the Moon. I just knew it was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Circle of the Moon lets you cast.
I look at my paladin friend on my shoulder. I'm like, what do you think about his wares? I'm curious about this.
The only thing of note would be that mask. Everything else, some of it might be a good knick-knack you put on a mantle. Maybe.
Hey, you got any
If only I
potatoes?
had a mantle.
I'm running a little low on potatoes.
Unfortunately, I ran out of potatoes yesterday. Big sale, big sale. You see no one nearby which he could have sold it to.
I give him a small shot, or Brock gives him a small shot and then walks away. A vodka, in case you're wondering.
Yeah. You see very quickly there is now a very small bottle of what looks like vodka and relabeled.
I give him a shot!
Yeah, very small. It's like literally like a shot worth, like small bottle. Yeah.
Brock notices, doesn't care because he gave him it for free. It's like, I'm not going to drink this. This is good
Some of
stuff.
the crew kind
I
of
can sell it.
go towards the dragon mask, and he starts waxing poetic about the greatness of the porcelain dragon mask of Irito. You know that place doesn't exist whatsoever.
I was going to say, can I roll a history of like triple advantage?
It would be if you fail and you'd have like quadruple advantage, and if you fail, the world judges you.
Yeah.
We presume you all pass.
Land of what? The land of Herber. I've never heard of Herber.
Yeah.
And what do you? Is this a decorative thing that I just wear around for costume parties?
It will grant its wearer vision beyond vision.
Really? And so that you wore it, and that's
Have
how
two
you
sets of
found
eyes now.
us. See?
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Smart man. Is it giving you other visions that you just need to part with it, or are you using the monies, the proceeds to support? What's your next endeavor?
Well, I go this place and that, and you're old and dear customers of mine. Figured give you a shot at such a rare piece I found.
Ah, yes, yes. Hmm. I kind of look at it. May I pick it up?
Certainly.
Kind of, just cautiously looking at it.
Meanwhile, I lean over to Taco. I'm like, how did he even find us on the ocean?
He's been tracking us all this time. Like Beetle from Legend of Zelda.
The whole time.
Well, the
So-
thing is, he has like the reverse Beetlejuice syndrome, where basically he says someone else's name 3 times, they show up.
He's proxy. Okay, okay. Somebody is asking for anything, I can give them something.
Yeah.
So, my dear friend, how much are you asking for such a interesting novelty?
Oh, well, it would normally be higher, but for such good compatriots such as yourselves, 800 gold pieces.
800 gold.
Fuck.
I tried to take some of his wares. That's a nat 1, but
Thievery. How dare you?
His passive catches you. Set that down.
is this a fry maker? It never breaks. It broke.
He starts like bubbling up various goods, just eyeing you. Sometimes like having one eye focused on the goods and the other eye focused on you.
I kind of fondle my, necklace of, vampire fangs and witch's claws, and I'm just like, I don't know. That seems like a very steep price.
I'm certain if you have other valuable wares, we can negotiate something.
Is there even anything worth taking other than the mask?
They're various knickknacks. If you want a knickknack, you can have a knickknack, basically.
I
Most
will
of them
take a
probably-
knickknack, but I will not pay for it. Boom.
I
Roll
already
sleight of
tried
hand.
that one.
You succeed with the 20.
I tripped, obviously, because my expertise is
Tripped
sleight
into
of
the
hand.
pile and then just kind of jumped up with it.
No, see, it's because he's focusing on me. I actually gave you advantage that you didn't need.
Yes, because I've got a 9 in sleight of hand.
I have an 11.
If you have other things I could possibly
Wow.
sell forward, I might be willing to trade. As he looks up and down over the vast amount of various shit that you guys have got. The fact that you're partially glowing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I hide
I
it.
have
I hide
wings.
my minigun behind me, or my machine gun, or whatever.
I think
You're
Brock
joking.
might actually be examining
Gatling
your
gun.
minigun right now.
So what is it that
What? I did not give him
style of
permission for
items
this.
might you be looking for, my good friend?
Valuable things that I could fairly easily sell forward, because I need to sell it a little bit higher than what you would normally, mark up, of course. But I'm an honest merchant.
Oh, of course.
I have a piece of string.
An actual, you're out here. I
You're
kind
not sure
of
if it's a
look.
piece of string or someone's bootlace.
I look at my compatriots and I ponder to myself, what is the likelihood he would sell to the Empire versus enemies of the Empire? Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh, he probably distances himself from the Empire with what he sells.
You know, give me an insight at advantage.
At advantage? Ooh.
At advantage. What's your crit mirror?
Oh, crit mirror? No.
Yeah, crit mirror.
Doesn't matter, I got a 10, I know nothing.
He tries to hide it, but you're fairly certain that if he could get away with it, he would sell to anyone.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking officials, like random folk, that's something else.
Yeah, random folk, yes. If he could get away with it, he would sell to the Empire as well because money. But he probably won't because they can smell his bullshit.
Oh, yes.
So can everyone else.
Yes, they would.
Most common folk don't catch him.
They would confiscate.
Yeah.
I might have something you would be interested in.
So, by the way, I'm giving Drush the instant fortress back instead of Brock.
Oh, yeah. And what would that be?
My big ruck. And loosely tied, well, it was hurriedly tied onto the back of the ruck, is a bundle of guns that I had picked up from our last encounter. Would some of these be of interest?
Oh, those would be very, very much an interest.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I kind of like
your whole bundle of guns that you picked up?
I want to keep one to myself, and I kind of look at the bundle, and I'm going to keep one because I want our artificer to be able to see one.
You see him kind of think it over. Could you also, perchance, get me safe passage back to where folks in the frontier might be?
The crew would decide that, for it is a long journey. But, let's see. Crew, what is our, practice for bringing on strays?
You see one of the Sorthandrels look at you. I mean, you drug up a random dragonborn the other day, so other week. Time is weird.
Wait, didn't you say she literally just walked onto the deck?
No,
Fair.
well...
Yeah, she walked onto the deck. Fair. But you allowed her on. We will trust your judgment.
Bad idea.
I look over at the changeling. Might we have a special quarters for him? Wink, wink.
What are you implying to your changeling compatriot?
A safe, maybe barred or locked doored quarters.
He winks back and nods to you. And then so what do you do?
Stab him and take all his knickknacks. No, no.
Nah.
Tempting.
For the knickknacks. Come on. For really pots and pans and,
Would I really murder somebody over a bunch of pots and pans? Yes, I would.
Would you do it for the dragon mask? Most certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, most certainly.
So Brock will give his last many-handed pouch to Zresht so that he's in the telepathic loop, because Brock actually doesn't need one on him for it.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone in the party can communicate telepathically.
So, do we have a deal then?
Let's see. I would put you. we must put somebody in charge and have you be mentored, for this is a working vessel and we must all pull our share. So who shall we have in charge of you and watch you like a hawk?
The changeling offers.
You don't want that priest that gave me my wings to watch him?
They might have too much fun together.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So if you abide by the ship rules, I would cast my vote for you.
The crew nods at your judgment.
3/4 of the crew is the same person.
Yeah, 3/4 of the crew is the same person.
And what about other two fine fellows?
I'm fine with having him.
I don't
Temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
He holds out his hand. So deal?
A deal.
He shakes your hand, and he leans in with the shake. Could I possibly ask of you a favor? I would like to...
Oh god, he's coming onto you.
In a private area, preferably with you and your party. You seem like people who can handle various things that aren't normal.
I nod to the Sir Thandrils. Yeah, we'll be back in a moment if you want to watch his other boat.
They nod.
Okay.
He follows you to wherever you take him for a private meeting.
I would really like to have guards up, or if I was a magic person, to have some sort of warding up. But I don't do magic. I just lean on my sword.
Wards. I could snare outside the door, but then anyone who walks into it would do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just...
So I don't have anything that's specific.
He's one of those people. He's more than happy to help when he has an angle.
Then why is she always happy to help? Oh, wait.
He
Thinks about it.
Okay.
So, is this the place, then? No one listening in?
This should be quiet enough.
You really should line some of these places with lead, just saying. How good are you lot with breaking of curses? Specifically, really strong ones.
I do not do the magic things.
Depends on the curse. Glances in the general direction of Tim, who is not present.
Mm-hmm. Do you know people of good magical power, none? I figure with your upgrades that you might.
Curses might be in a different category.
But yes, we know people. What are you hinting at, my friend?
Could you get me in touch or helped by someone who is good at curse breaking?
And what might you have touched that you should not have?
Oh my god, what did you do?
Well, that was something quite long ago. You still haven't really answered if you can or not.
I think we might know some individuals who can.
Because if you get me in contact with someone like that, I can help whatever little revolution or army you manage to build up. Very good at getting in and out of places.
Good at getting in and out of places, you say? Okay, I'm not so good on the getting out part, but I'm good at getting into places.
I can get in and out without any real trouble.
I mean, I got
without
out, they just caught up
murdering-
later.
Without murdering someone, and I'm talking about smuggling.
I'd probably have better luck with smuggling than murdering people, given how the last job went.
Is that acceptable?
I look over at my magically inclined friends. This is your area of expertise.
Actually, my expertise is in stealth and sleight of hand. Sorry.
Yours isn't. Okay.
Nah,
The magic users
I'm
came
new.
in our
I'm
party.
new to magic. Remember, I've been a druid for like 2 weeks, maybe.
Well, you've been a druid for actually a fair bit of time
Yeah.
because of travel.
I've only
time.
been a practicing druid for not very long.
Yeah.
I bash things and smash them into powder, and then you're learning of this items.
Sorthandrel chips in from the hallway. It would probably depend on what type of curse he's asking us to get rid of.
I asked that question. He didn't answer.
No, you asked him what he touched that you shouldn't have.
No, you said that. I asked what kind of curse.
No, I said, what the fuck did you do?
No, I asked what kind of curse.
So would that be the prerequisite? One
Well,
sec.
we don't know if we can help you if we don't know what kind of curse it is.
He seems like eternally debating whether you. Is this absolutely necessary to help me?
Yes, very much so, yes.
I will say it this way. If somebody can remove the curse for you, they will have to prepare a spell or whatever the ingredients they need for your specific curse. So yes, if it is a specific item, a curious one, they should need to know up front.
Okay. Years ago, when I was fresh-eyed, and new to the whole game, I made a deal with the house.
Was I around for the thing with the... Was that my...
Dresh was not, no.
The thing with Tim?
Yeah, Dresh was not.
Okay.
Critmere knows. Oh.
I forgot which
Okay.
member it was, but he seemed to very much not like our kind mortals. I asked to always be, one step ahead of danger.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds a little like you might have gotten too literal with that request.
Yes, and so basically wherever I go, as soon as I keep moving, bad things follow me. I have to keep running, but whenever I keep running, more things follow, and as you can see, it isn't really good for business if whenever I leave a place, it gets attacked.
Have you talked to Haxm? I rolled a 21 religion.
I didn't know if the Saints would really appreciate me showing up. But
Fair.
it seems you know him.
I don't personally. I've heard tales of the rest of the party, though. Glance.
Yes, we have had encounters.
Well, then that's a good sign for me.
But it bodes a foul wind for anybody around you.
I know, all right. But I just want to be able to sell my wares and not have to worry.
All things come due, my friend. That is one of the things. Even a gift something seems to be a gift, many times is a loan.
Look, I didn't want to pull this card out on you yet. But if I need to sweeten the deal, I have some very relevant information for you lot. At least so I've been told.
Well, we can start that the Empire is trying to seek control of the world.
It's information relevant to your stopping of yes.
I'm sorry, I forgot this character's name. What is it again?
The NPC?
Yeah.
He goes by Showers Portent.
You know, that name makes a lot more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he showers ill portents wherever he goes.
Yep. I can guarantee you'll help your entire little war effort. Isn't this the point where you ask, oh, great Showers Portent, what is to us?
I myself am weighing if we so wish to get reacquainted with the house. For it depends on which suit that you have spoken to. It could be dangerous.
I believe it's the one who gave you that card. I heard about it from a few people who travel through the city of All Saints before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who gave you the serpent one that consumes itself.
Yeah.
Ouroboros?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Ouroboros card, yeah.
Yes, my sweet Chucky.
But there's the house there. Which house? Did you?
Oh, Taco was much excited to see the house again.
Was it Spades? That looks right.
I think it was
Spades.
Yeah, I just read the description in here. Most malevolent in dealings with mortals.
Mm-hmm. And he called the card due that Taco had pulled previously. And he told him it wasn't a gift, it was a loan.
So, would you like me to tell you the information? I can sweeten the deal.
I feel like if we break some, Haxm will probably be willing to stick one to the house again.
Well then, that's good for me.
But us getting you there is the part that we're arguing about, isn't it?
Well,
I can get you very relevant information.
I
wouldn't expect you to do it for free.
I look at my party. His best bet, yes, Haxm would help. Where we are going, I will say that might have relevant information for our merchant friend.
I can tell you what it is I know if that is what's causing your hesitation.
I look at my party. Joker.
Sorry.
Do you care?
I don't give a damn.
Wow.
It's just kind of whatever.
I could see you sitting in a corner with a knife, just kind of whittling on something. Just be like, yeah, whatever, this is boring me.
I'm just along for the ride.
Well, you want to take on a new ward? Fine with me. Take him under your wing while we travel.
No.
I flap my wings a little bit.
I do not agree to this.
So, you don't need the information then. That's fine.
Oh,
nobody said that, friend.
The information will be given. That, we definitely agree on that. We are just having a discussion amongst us of...
Here's the thing. Which relevant information should I give you?
We have choices now. Interesting.
I kind of want to
Truthful
cast
It
this.
was always a choice.
Truthful information.
Well, you're simply saying I must just give you information.
Well, no,
thank you.
truthful information.
Oh, in this case, it is truthful.
Look,
Trust me, I wouldn't want to get on your guys' bad
No,
side.
yeah, no, I cast this on him.
You cast what on him?
Charm person.
All right.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna pass it, but hey, I'm trying it anyways.
10.
Oh, he does not pass it. Sweet.
Oh, crap.
You know, you should probably just give us all of the information you have.
Look, friend. We're still a bit too close to the Empire for my liking to tell you. He looks around. Do you have any lead on this place? Honestly.
Oh, no, but we can make the ship go invisible.
You see him quickly run up the stairs and then quickly run back down, and he brings with him like several pieces of lead.
Are you making a tin hat, my friend?
He's making a room that's hard to scry into. Well, hold on. No, let me roll that. Do I know that?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
He then explains exactly that. I am making a room that's a bit harder to scry into.
I was like, I'm not a wizard. I want to know that automatically.
Scry. Like teleport? Like magic poof poof?
Magic to see into different places, which can let you teleport there if you're powerful enough. Or you have a good enough anchor.
I look over at Zrest. So, you're pretty little. We need to get lead for your home. Yes?
Or some amulets of non-detection. They also prevent scrying. Little things.
Right.
Well,
I know the seller. I can set you.
so
well,
your
I
boat.
do have the money for something like that.
But anyway, and the reason why I was hesitant to tell you, I managed to find, whilst I was trading, where the Paragon has been hiding.
Wow. What's that?
Here?
The big
Paragon.
head honcho of the Chains of Dwarven went missing a big while, caused a big fuss.
Oh yeah, the one who was missing. That's right.
Yes. It appears he's been staying with the Marrow, deep in their tunnels. Don't know why, but apparently he's been holding up there for some reason. Do you have a map with you? He quickly snatches one of your guys' maps.
Yes, obviously we have a map.
And he marks it.
Okay, you moved my map. Oh, there. Oh, the volcano.
Well, they're on the edge of the volcano. It's not active anymore. Giant fortress made of their dead. Weirdest thing.
Are
No
they
strangers to
moles?
undead.
Well, no, it isn't undead. It's literally made of their bones. They have
We're
some.
no strangers to the dead.
They have some weird thing where, when they die, they have some sort of strange people like curate the bones and then give it to you if you're a relative to help you continue whatever work you're doing.
I mean, it's
Honestly, creepy as all hell to me.
Are these dwarves?
Yes, yes.
I think I may have heard of something about this before.
Yeah, they're also the ones that were responsible for the defeat of Adrasia, if that tickles your fancy.
Sure it does.
This means nothing to
I
me.
mean, I didn't say that.
Secondly, something very interesting about where I found that mascat.
Okay.
I found it near an odd hill. Decided to go in, see if there's any more, and imagine my surprise when I see the largest red dragon I've ever seen moping about. It's good for me because I managed to snag that, but
I put my hand on my forehead and tilt, and I'm like, so you stole this from a red dragon?
well, someone was already stealing it. They took a nasty fall, and then I stole it from them.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So
And-
technically, I was retrieving it.
Did you leave and come back so that you
Alright,
begin
guys,
to
I
mash?
figured out his problem. He's retarded.
And I want to make sure that he can't hear my white dragon, and keep that place on guard. I'm gonna tell the crew. They should already know and agree, but yeah. My dragon's rookery is guarded 24/7.
You can literally just say that telepathically to us too.
Yep. Done. Oh, that's right. We can talk to each other because of your really cool things.
Yeah, because of Brock.
Also, I don't really believe it was being stolen from their particular hoard. A person seemed to be bringing it there for some reason. Well, not my fault they tripped and dropped it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, not yours. But might have had something to do with you, though.
I'm going to make some tea and offer to my friend. I bid you no ill will, my friend, but we must be cautious and careful.
Certainly.
Yes.
And that's all his relevant information. Eventually, Charm Person wears off, and he swears in full infernal for at least a half an hour.
I'm gonna, is the spell like that? Because I know that the cantrip was like that.
It says,
it knows it was charmed, okay.
Yeah, he knows when he was charmed.
He knows he was charmed. He was gonna give us half of that, though. He just gave it all instead.
Yeah, so I say we set sail, or continue going. What about his boat? Is it worth towing?
Burn it! Burn
really
it!
Managed to get all of his junk on before it sinks.
Oh.
It also looks like it was a very beaten up ship that might have been stolen.
I'm gonna go with was.
I'm gonna go with the safe bet here and say yes. BRB real quick.
Oh. That was weird. Yeah. Totally not adding anything at all.
Oh, wait a second. Those we have grid markers.
Oh, that's right. Two, 5, 7, 0, 1. Wait a minute. Who drew fire on my map?
It was like forever ago.
That's it. Joke. I unfurled my map. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't draw fire there. I put a red X in it. Oh, there's so many rules for wild shape. Ugh.
Hmm.
It's funny that somebody would make a Skyrim quote as I'm playing Skyrim.
What?
I have returned.
Yay!
Greetings.
All right.
So my telepathic thoughts, because I remember things. I remember I can say things to my party without having to use my mouth. I think it'll be good to let our merchant friend sell guns to our friends and arm them against the Durin. So even if he will jack the price up, he will spread them about. Oh, and I'm thinking to my artificer, I give you one of the guns so you can tinker with. And
Also,
what?
anyone who looks upon the dragon mask can make me a religion check, by the way.
Make you a what?
Yes. So that's
Religion.
Anybody who what?
religion.
Anyone who's looked at the dragon mask can make me a religion check if they would like.
But I've used all my luck with
Okay.
religion already, Michael.
Religion.
Oh, never mind. I still have luck with religion. Same roll.
All right, so all of you can guess that most likely this is a mask stylized after the dead dragon god Kerr.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, I guess.
This will be a powerful mask.
Yes. But do we want to return it to the dragons ourselves, or use it as bait to like get the dragon to fight somebody else?
To clarify, someone was trying to go in and he basically took it from that person.
Somebody was trying to go in and what?
Walt's wearing that mask.
Uh-huh. And he took it.
Yeah.
So they were trying to wear it to curry favor to the red dragon.
Possibly.
And it didn't work.
Well,
A
they got
chromatic
caught.
dragon?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Typically, chromatics, basically they can still be their own, but typically they tend towards the Draestia.
That was why Jerest said that.
But Kerr is the beloved of Adrastia, so
Yeah, there's the chance, but I wouldn't chance it. Also, the name's Bond. Shresh Bond.
Are you going all rogue on us?
no.
What? Why no? Is that not the accent I was doing? Albeit
It is
badly.
the accent you're doing, but no.
I am a rogue.
So am I, but you don't see me doing some weird accent.
Well, I'm mostly doing it because I'm a dragonborn, and I like doing SH sound for S's as a dragonborn.
Forked tongue trying to go British. Well, and Oxford at that.
Well, his accent is definitely not shared with anyone else. He has a strange... Well, I guess he has a lisp on top of his accent is what it is.
During your voyage, does anyone put on the mask?
I will.
Look at him.
All right.
I would be careful.
Walt.
It's a shiny mask. What do you expect me to do? Not put it on?
Yes?
Too bad. I'm stupid.
Do you do what is your behavior whilst wearing this mask?
I don't know. Hey, I'm wearing a mask.
All right.
Do you attempt to do anything special with it?
No, I'm just gonna wear the mask and go take a nap, probably.
Oh no.
Whilst you walk by some of the half-orc crewmates, they look odd to you.
Odd how?
You notice, like, trailing them like a cloak seems to be a darkness without any lights. As if it was something they carried with them when they came back.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring rations to our merchant friend and try to soothe him.
And side note, do you at all mock Kerr whilst you're wearing that mask?
What?
Mock
Do you
her?
Do you at any
Not
point
in my
mock...
hearing, you wouldn't.
Why would I mock a god? That is insanely stupid.
Good.
Dead or not, that's
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm just double checking. So after seeing that strange sight, you eventually take a nap. And you're dreaming. And then you find yourself standing in blackness, looking around. An enormous amber eye just is opened and looking at you.
I think to myself, could this possibly be because I fell asleep with the mask on? And immediately think, nah. And then a
talon larger than your body gently just touches the edge of your cheek. That is a good look for someone not of him or me. Make sure you're on your best behavior whilst wearing that.
I'll do my best, Sky Daddy.
Yeah, whatever.
That was the most inappropriate thing I could have said.
You do recognize her as the goddess of spite, Adrastia.
Before you say
goddess?
that.
Yes,
Before
goddess.
you say that.
Okay, Sky Mommy.
Okay, well,
As long as you don't say that out loud, you're fine. If you're wondering why I say that, the backstory of one of your fellow companions was that he mocked Kurt once, and she made him bite his own tongue off.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
By the way, she's technically dead right now. Yes, she is that spiteful.
She's spiteful enough to like go beyond the grave to fuck somebody over.
Yeah,
she's been back before after dying. She's just that full of spite.
I love this woman.
yeah. Like some of the earliest, like basically art of her in like the stories and legends of the people, it's like basically her air quote dead corpse, like them carving it up to try and prevent her from coming back, and then pulling out her heart and it still beating basically.
Karema.
Yeah.
Who wrote Kalima and marker on this?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
But if
It was me.
you do notice at one point, when you pass by the rookery for the small dragon that you all have picked up, like you see multiple strands of basically every color just kind of dancing outside the room.
Ooh, pretty.
Is it just him that sees this?
Yeah, just him.
Okay.
I can see color.
You see in
You're
5D.
cured of your colorblindness.
You don't see in the third dimension anymore. You see in the fifth dimension.
Color and time.
You're now entering
The Twilight Zone.
You always have the mask on?
Yes, from now on, I will just constantly wear this.
Alright, never mind then.
To clarify what it specifically does, is whilst you can see something, you see basically the truth behind it. You essentially have true sight up to like 30 feet.
Nice.
Ooh. That's much better than dark vision.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take it.
So what exactly does True Sight do?
It's true sight. Like magical darkness, no. Regular darkness, no. You just see through it. Illusion, see through it.
Phasing through dimensions. No, you see it.
Yeah, you see people in like you can see people moving through another dimension behind this one. You can see through like invisibility and stuff like that.
Have you heard of phase spiders?
Oh my god, I love this thing, and oh my god, that sounds terrifying. What?
So phase spiders can go between the material plane, quote unquote,
No.
whatever plane we're on, and the ethereal plane. You can see them when they do that.
Yep.
They already have 8 legs. No.
Time to set all the planes.
What more
on
do they
fire, just
need?
to be sure?
Yes.
Oh, and they're also giant spiders. So there's that.
Oh no.
Mr. Sandrel's probably
That's not okay.
cringing at if they heard that.
I'm cringing now.
Hey, Sir Angel, have you ever heard of phase spiders?
He looks at you. Yes.
Creepy, right? I mean, they're already creepy,
Yes.
and then they can do that.
I mean, I had to fight through entire migration of a large portion of their species.
Oh,
What were we talking about before space spiders? There's something I wanted to ask.
You have 30 feet of true sight. Whilst that mask is
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna need you to go a little bit further forward than that.
You're asking what does that do? Is that basically the actual definition?
I was gonna say I can pull it up and just put it in.
Never mind. I'll rewatch the stream later on, and I'll ask you later. There was something specific I was wanting to ask about, but then we got off on the tangent of phase spiders, and I'm like, wait, what?
Before we dock, I want telepathically want to like talk with the rest of the party. He mentioned that trouble always follows him. Do we want to
There's trouble.
Well, we've met a lot of trouble. I don't know if we want to bring him into our town or let him.
No. Why would you want that?
That's what I'm saying.
To clarify,
What is wrong with you? I figured we were just going to leave him on the ship.
To clarify what True Sight does is out to a specific range. You can see in normal magical dark. Oh, did you paste it?
Yeah, that's what the spell does.
Yeah, he gets True Sight. He doesn't.
Oh, regular True Sight. He doesn't get. Well, Secret Doors technically would be able to see too. What's the True Sight text say?
You see in normal magical darkness, see invisible creatures, objects automatically visual. Succeed on saving throws against them. Receive the original form of a shape changer or creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, you can see into the ethereal plane within the same range.
So the only thing the spell adds is Secret Doors.
Yeah.
Then why does it even mention the ethereal plane?
Oh yeah. So you're going to leave him on the thing whilst you can meet people. Do you want to stop in your town, or do you just want to stop where the Saints are staying?
Stop
before we leave.
Stop where the Saints are, yeah, because they can just him if anybody can. I really want to keep our little town safe.
Mm-hmm. And it currently has a range of 30 feet.
Yay.
Also, the spell I modified.
Changelings in the area?
The spell is 120 feet.
Not currently, no.
No.
There's a changeling on board, but that's.
It's True Sight, not X-ray vision, just to let you know.
Yeah, well, the ethereal plane part makes it kind of half and half.
Just saying, you can't pull a Superman and, look underneath somebody's armor.
The ring of X-ray vision was only in one shot.
Oh.
I mean, it's a real item. You could probably find another one if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I could probably find it. But you gotta ruin all my fun.
Yeah. You guys stop at where the Saints are staying, which is one of the debated capitals. The name has been changed because the town has been destroyed a multitude of times. Because the Wildlands basically is fought over between 4 great dragons. 2 different sides with 2 allies each. On one side, there is a very powerful and old silver dragon and gold dragon. On the other side, very powerful red dragon and white dragon.
We're on the gold and what side?
The gold and silver.
Okay. I can tell because you put good on this side and evil on the other.
Yeah, I did that because
bad or something.
Essentially.
Yeah, evil. You actually put evil.
Yeah. You were greeted. I assume you ask for Haxm?
Yes, please, with all reverence and humility.
He comes out from his meeting. Your new ally, well, the ally to them, comes out, the old and ancient gold dragon. Who just simply goes by.
Quick question. Can I eat with the mask on?
Yes.
Oh, that's not creepy.
It's a porcelain mask, but they. Okay.
It might not cover the mouth.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think.
He simply tells you all to call him by row. So, Mr. Faendal has the odd experience of watching an actual him in his full glory walk once he gets within 30 feet of you. Basically, when he gets within 30 feet, he goes from being person into this utterly enormous golden dragon.
No!
But yet you just see
That's
like he's
bad.
still walking. Essentially, your true sight reveals him in his true form.
I'm scared.
There's so many dragons that have row in them, Michael.
Yeah, Ro is metal in Draconic.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, but there's Roadonis, there's Roro.
Yeah.
Well,
Typically, it's kind of like it's basically like the naming in terms of Draconic, where you don't want someone to know your name, so you basically go kind of by what you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, literally, Rohan is literally metal iron. His name is literally Metal Iron.
That's weird.
Yeah. So typically when a dragon or dragonborn or an older dragon has you refer to them by Ro, it's because they either don't know you well enough or they're giving you something to address them by. That isn't like their actual name. You're basically saying, hey, Metal.
hey, Metal.
That's so metal.
Yeah.
Though Roro was more of a pet name than
You're
actual.
the mighty metal.
Yeah.
The mighty man of metal. Being demigod. Question? Kritmir kind of starts to sweat. Can dragons sense other dragons?
If they're close enough, yes.
Oh crap. This might be good and might be really bad. Okay.
It's basically like if they're looking for it or paying attention, they probably can notice. Typically, they're not looking for other dragons.
Okay.
You also probably assume that Ro, as he just has you call him, isn't like on the lookout for a baby. Typically, he's on the lookout for the other two that him and his ally are fighting against.
He's looking for other adult/ancient, I don't know what age they are, dragons.
These four are beyond ancient. Like, these four would be ones you would get pacts from as a warlock.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazingly awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're wondering,
Terrifying at the same time.
If you're wondering, that is actually a thing you can. That is actually one of the subclasses. Where basically the dragon gives you his magic and the gun is like, go.
And don't piss him off.
Yeah.
Well, that's true for any patron.
Yeah, I get the feeling that would be good.
Haxm is just like casually shuffling his deck. What do you need me for?
Hey, you want to pull one over on the house?
Oh, is there something I can pull on them? Do you have something for me?
Well, we have someone
immediately splits his face.
We have someone that made a deal with spades.
Oh.
I can't get over the fact that I'm seeing a dragon and these guys are seeing a person.
Hey, are you okay over there?
What are you seeing? What's going
Dragon.
on? What?
Big old dragon.
What?
Yes,
No.
Ro, but he's not.
He called him. He says Ro. Yeah.
He's not. He's in his person form thing. Because we don't know what the mask does yet.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, Ro.
Yeah, Ro just approaches and like gets face to face with you.
And I
It's a
look
very
over.
interesting mask you have.
You have a very big snout. I mean, hello.
You can see. That's interesting.
What?
And one of my
I'm absolutely going to die. Fandel, I'm an elf. I'm also scared.
I haven't talked to an elf in a while. Would you like to join me later?
Sure, I don't see why not. There's
Telepathically.
just suddenly text that says, "I swear I saw a dragon."
A dragon. I swear I saw a dragon. I put it there.
Yep.
Yeah, telepathically, don't rat us out, please.
Yeah, Haxm is
Don't-
immediately power walking to your ship.
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah. Let me take you to him.
Hey, Haxm, can I ask a question?
Certainly.
While we were wandering foreign lands, we have seen so many of a remarkable creatures, and one of these long dead creatures we saw a recording that like a dead dragon, and I'm kind of looking at your friends and very wonderful, powerful beings. How angry can they be, or jealous and territorial?
I mean, did you take it from them?
No.
Then I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay.
To be honest, you've far exceeded our expectations for what you would all achieve. We've only spoken highly of you, little.
Well, thank you kindly. With a polite bow. Still nervous, kind of looking at the ship, but not trying to make it look like I'm looking at my ship.
Yeah, Haxm does an odd and strange thing with his cards, and you feel the magic removed, and you swear you can hear a shout of anger somewhere.
Did you hear that?
But then it's quickly covered up by Haxm chuckling.
I take it you heard that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, my fine sir. And looking at the merchant. So the merchant is better now?
Yes, his curse is gone.
I won't say he is safe, or he has a loose fingers, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to get paid.
Yeah, that is resolved. Quickly, their meeting with each other resolves, and Ro invites Faendal back to his little lair.
Is it like a lair, or is it like a building lair?
It's like a building where he has his like area where he's a dragon underneath it.
Okay. So like a basement. He's a basement dragon.
Well, basically, because essentially when you're like, hey, I want to talk about the laws, he doesn't necessarily someone by being like just casually lounging as an absurdly large lizard, essentially.
Yeah, that wouldn't be awkward at all.
Yeah.
It's a lounge
So essentially,
lizard.
like the basement is basically where he can relax.
I would just like to say, I regret every decision up to this point.
Yeah, he leads you down there. There's musicians down there playing. Various...
So I'm assuming the musicians know he's a dragon.
Yeah, like it's a known thing. He rules over this part. He is...
Yeah, when we were introduced, you said he was a dragon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm just finding this out in like the most weird way possible.
Yeah, you found out before we were introduced, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you see him for his form. The weirdest.
Yeah, Walt
Dragon.
is 30 feet away.
It do be that way sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's incense burning. There are various plates and stuff of food. Obviously, he takes various mortal visitors.
Mm-hmm.
You see partially dressed other mortals that are just kind of lounging about too. That he motions for you to stop and then walks like outside the 30 feet. And then as he's walking to an area that looks like it's designed for a giant creature to lounge there, he basically flings off his clothes before shifting.
Describe it to me in morbid detail.
Wow. Wow, he went there.
Instead of ripping clothes as he transforms, he took them off first.
Yeah.
So he stands in front of you. I don't know if you... Sir.
Okay, was not talking about that, but okay.
I'm pretty sure he meant
Muscles
the dragon,
sinewed.
Roll insight.
Roll insight?
Yeah, roll
Alright,
me
I
insight.
can do that. I don't know why it keeps doing it, but it's just gonna like continue to do it with advantage. So
But yeah, yours isn't set to query.
Yeah, you don't know why he's doing this way.
I don't know shit.
Mm-hmm. And then before you is beyond even tales of like ancient gold dragons.
Oh my god.
There is food laid out for you, little. The saints have spoken highly of you.
You're cutting out.
The saints have spoken highly of your.
Of our group.
Ah, okay. I would not know. I've only been with them, what, like a week?
You've been with them technically for a while because of travel time, but like in action, probably like a week.
In action, probably like a week. Okay. Yeah. I think my earliest memory is like a burned down city for whatever reason.
Yeah, the city of All Saints, which was burned by the Empire.
Yeah, it's been a very crazy time.
You're an Eldrin, right?
Eldrin, yes.
Eldrin. I haven't seen an Eldrin in a long time.
Are they rare?
Oh, they normally wander about. They don't particularly like this more rougher country.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So are you and your companions staying for a few days?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Wasn't paying attention to anything that was going on. I'm just kind of riding this out.
Let me rephrase that. Would you like to spend a few days?
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. I'll party with the dragon.
Do you understand what I'm insinuating?
I have no idea what you're insinuating. I am very daft.
You see this beyond old dragon go, like, kind of facepalm, and he turns to the others. Am I that out of practice?
I guess so. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't turn to you. He turns to, like, the partially dressed other there. Like, am I out of practice?
Wait, hang on. Is this dragon hitting on me?
There it is. Don't worry, I only got it like 10 seconds before you.
You come to the realization you're being hit on by a dragon.
Oh my god. I turned on a dragon, guys. Oh wait, they're not here.
Well,
You say telepathically, we don't want to know, we respond.
Well, you haven't turned him down yet.
Nor am I going to. This is an accomplishment.
Usually you have to be a bard and everything.
Right?
So the party stays a few extra days.
You know, because I decided I'm gonna have sex with a dragon.
Ro is happy, your rogue is happy, and eventually you head back onto your actual.
With a tiny locket and everything.
He gives you he gives you like a scarf essentially.
I will never take this off.
You seem to have a glow about you.
You notice it seems to be made from like discarded gold dragon scales.
That is awesome. Kind of gross, but kind of awesome.
Wait a second. He collared you?
I will pretend to know what that means.
It's a scarf.
Roll just intelligence.
Roll intelligence.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the knowledge skill for this.
DM knows what I'm talking
would it be
about.
Arcana?
Because there isn't like a culture thing.
Well, would it be history then? I mean, if he
am insanely stupid.
I mean, if he doesn't have, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't be high enough unless you had like.
Well, like
expertise
all of
in
you
history.
can roll it once you see it.
Would it be history then?
Yeah, it'd be history, and for anyone who's dragonborn, you have an advantage.
Ooh, advantage. Nice. 18.
It's not really coloring. It's basically dragons. Anytime they get close to anything or any person, they're vulnerable, essentially. And so if that thing is taken out or killed, it hurts them, essentially, like physically.
Okay.
That's actually the easiest way to take down a much older, more powerful dragon.
So hold up. What you're saying is I left an impression. So
typically they'll basically mark said beings with like a memento or something, basically being like, if you do something, I will find you. Mm-hmm. I will become Liam Neeson.
I was going to make a
dragon
reference.
Breaking down your door.
I don't know who you are.
What I'm gathering from this is I have a dragon husband now.
Yeah, and it's also to basically tell other dragons to back off too.
Yeah, you're marked. Yeah.
This is the best day of my life.
Day. Yeah, let's go with that.
It was the best weekend of your life.
Best weekend and best day, because I'm just now figuring out what all this means.
Oh, you have no clue, Sunny Boy. What you do?
It's kind of like, the whole thing with like having like the locket of someone's hair. It's essentially that. But with the threat of something big and large with a lot of sharp claws will come after you.
Awesome.
Yeah, don't take that scarf off like ever. Just a head.
I had no intention of doing so to begin with.
All right, good.
Eventually, you make it back to your little town. There's many greetings.
Home, we are home, my friends.
And...
So this is like a legit question. Who is taking it?
Well, we're skipping over that.
We'll just say that.
Imagine.
Wow.
I'll leave it to your imagination.
Wow.
All right, then I'm going to go with quid pro quo because I never thought of myself as a selfish lover.
No.
We're just going to move on. That happened behind the scenes, okay?
That colored you, in a sense, and so all I'm gonna say is, look up. You were bottom. He was top, and it doesn't mean what you think.
I see this as an absolute win.
Okay.
Also, I just knocked over my soda.
You
still the win.
Have no clue. So, anyways,
when
yes.
you return, Critmere, you are informed that your blade is finished.
Ooh. The beginning of a new chapter.
When I get back onto this ship, I'm just going to do like kind of a model walk, show off my new scarf.
Everybody is trying not to stare.
If you look in magic items, Chris, there is now a new magic item.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Magic items. Blade of the Chieftain. Holy crap. Oh, so much fun. Oh, 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 that is cool. So, it's a summoning blade. Nice.
Yeah, and only you can see that. It looks like.
Would you like me to reveal to everyone?
Yes, yes, that is fine.
I'd say it's broken, but I know what we went through to get it, so it's not broken.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And those retainers are straight from followers. Hence why I have the book right next to me right now.
No, I figured that it was because you weren't using the default retainer rules.
Hmm?
Ooh. No, you don't have I don't have the stats for that. Plus, it's very unlikely I've seen that. I'm looking at things I can transform into.
So,
My favorite is giant snakes.
what would the party like to do now?
My favorite is actually giant spiders, but that tends to freak people out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will kindly thank the blacksmith and the mage who forged all of this amazing weapon.
When you first grip the hilt of this weapon, you are on the mountaintop, and you have pulled out that blade that was in it, now sheathed, and you see 4 spirits, one for basically north, one for east, one for south, one for west, standing around you on top of it. And they go, "We are with you, chieftain."
I will not fail you.
Wait, hold up. My man's a chieftain?
Chieftain of the dead.
Okay, this is news to me.
Mm-hmm. What would the party like to do now?
Let's see.
Sorry, Eberron Rise from the last war came out, so I was reading what a clawfoot is.
Actually, Josh, could you roll me 3d6?
Oh, regular dice, what?
Okay.
A couple of ones in there.
Yep. Let me get rid of this abomination I just made.
I think maybe we should pay a visit to that volcano, guys.
If we walk in there ourselves, I do not think we stand a chance.
Wow, who's talking?
So-
Well, no, wait, we have people who have to walk. Never mind.
You can roll me a history check.
Who?
Anyone, if you want to know more about the morrow.
Somebody else, please.
Not it. My intelligence is so
that's
low.
fine.
My history is a
History?
1.
Oh, that's nature. No, not nature. H. History.
Crit Mirror has no idea.
Well, I guess I might as well roll. I'm one better than. Are we all just really bad at history in this?
What happened last week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really.
What did I eat for breakfast?
Now the rogue has to try and save the day.
Okay.
The rogue done fucked up.
Sorthandrel will try to aid you.
You realize I'm like 3/4 rogue, right?
Sorthandrel has no idea.
Or 7/9 rogue.
Nobody knows anything? Seriously? Crew members, do you know anything?
So I was going to say Sorthandrel should have advantage. There's a multiple of him. That was
the Morrow aren't hostile to people who typically show up. They're hostile if you start something in there. They'll watch you, but they'll let you in. Not too deep, but.
Does anyone have a shisha?
This is actually stated by Shanks. Me and the Tall Tales actually stayed with them for a while.
Yeah, okay.
Well, okay, so we can sneak in quietly.
I have information from so many characters ago, Michael.
Do we confirm? Do we just do a stealth mission and confirm that our target is there, our mark is there, before bringing an army?
That would probably be the better idea.
I mean, we could
Stealth
always
mission?
parlay with the dwarves, see if there's some agreement we could come to before we bring an army.
Nah, dude. Battle.
Have you ever seen a hammer midget use his hammer?
Yes. And I have to say I'm not that impressed.
If you hold Alt when you move it, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if we could piss off or somehow parlay with the red dragon that we might have seen or know the whereabouts of.
Saw a red dragon?
Well,
We didn't see one. We heard. Remember the guy said there might be one here.
Yeah, when he was babbling on about his stories and thievings, that
I'm just gonna get rid of that.
that he thought he remembered where the red dragon was.
Oh, no, he was charmed. He was telling us what he definitely remembered.
Okay, you did some magics on him.
Yeah, that's why he swore at me afterwards multiple times.
Ah, that's why he was pissed. Got it. I was just kind of like trying to soothe him down because he was. Oh. Well, and I have this old great sword that I can now sell. How much is a +1 weapon? There's no prices on +1 weapons.
Xanathar's guy.
Let's see. Also, if you like Joker, you can make me 2% D100 rolls if you'd like to see if you figured out by pure luck and chance how to use the Gatling gun. I have proficiency.
What do I roll for that?
Roll 2D100.
I was gonna say someone could help you, but that's a completely different from a 6-shooter.
Yeah. This is basically during this long voyage, did you by chance figure it? The answer is no. You got a 58 and an 18.
What is the downtime action?
Don't we have somebody that knows how to use these things, though?
No.
I can use so I can use a revolver. This is not a revolver.
But the barrel itself revolves.
It doesn't work like that.
I can't even hold this thing. I'm pretty sure it has the heavy quality.
Sell the +1 weapon for 500 before bartering.
Do
Who
what?
did what?
You can sell the +1 weapon for
Mhm.
500 gold pieces before bartering.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is
I just
fine.
haven't scrolled down to it in Xanathar's guide yet.
I do not want to barter much with my fellows. 5. Okay.
Yeah, 500.
Because I'm selling it back to my town, and I'm not needing to make a deal off of them.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
rarity is a +1 weapon? Is it rare?
I think it's uncommon.
I believe it's uncommon. I'm just going from something where basically someone mathed out various prices for things.
Well, in Xanathar's guide, uncommon would be 200 unless you barter.
Oh, 2?
I mean, go with what the DM is doing. It's
yeah. So 500. That's
Okay.
50%.
yeah. Xanathar's guide makes magic items pretty relatively cheap.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
see.
Shanks does regale you about the time that they, him and the Telltales have helped out the Morrow, that he stayed with them, and they're fairly reasonable as long as you don't like attack someone or interrupt their work.
Yeah, that's why a parlay would be a good idea.
They also might remember me.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It would be a good thing.
Okay.
From the tales I've heard about the tall tales are I think you know where the rest of that line goes.
Yeah.
They can't be tall tales. They're short.
Right?
So
He's a
what was the
bugbear, isn't he?
no, he's an orc.
Oh, he's an
no,
orc.
Bugbear died.
Yeah, the
a bugbear
bugbear
was
died.
an
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dwarves, so it was just
Exactly.
saying.
No,
One
the
of the
tall
tall
tales
tales
are
was
the
that-
adventuring party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the
Okay.
tall tales was a dragonborn, one was a bugbear, the other a half orc, and one was a kinku.
Who may or may not still be around somewhere.
Judging from reading in the journals, it seems he was killed.
Oh, yeah, I didn't read it all.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
so
basically
what?
just stating knowledge you would. You don't have to go read through it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to assign you guys reading homework. This is not school. It was
I
there
got through
basically-
a couple chapters of it, but then I realized I didn't have time to read through it, sadly.
Yeah, essentially there if you guys wanted to and had extra. If you didn't, I will fill you in.
Not a problem.
Yeah. They
So-
were ambushed by a man dressed in white.
Hmm. I do remember bits and pieces of some of the story that we had on that.
Man dressed in white. That sounds very ominous.
Let's see. So,
So how would the party like to go about handling this?
Equipment. While we're in town, I'm just doing some trivial buying and selling of uncommon or common stuff. On
Your
the side.
artificer friend sets up shop and begins toiling.
And I did hand him the firearm in hopes that he could tinker with that. And
Man, these things are weak.
Mhm.
Because he has a
Yeah, and since no one can currently use, I'm assuming you leave it with him.
the Gatling.
Gatling gun.
The armor that the dude was wearing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember what that was.
The Gatling, he can have sketches, so that way with you. The armor you can't.
Yeah, he studied that
use.
thing every minute he could on the voyage.
Yeah. Like the Gatling, you can still can't. It's like if they probably had like a few more decades, maybe R&D, or really lucky, this would be like magical power armor.
Okay.
So 1 minute would be what, typically 4 rounds in battle?
1
10.
minute would, yeah, I
10.
was gonna say, a lot
10
more than
rounds.
4.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll just have to keep that close. But I'm rolling this just to see how it looks. If it's too much information to start. Okay, and then see it. No, something. Right. No, no.
Mhm.
I have an
Yeah.
extra D6, an extra 1d6 crit. I think that should work correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got 2 lucky pieces of information. There's still also the option of seeing if you can find any more like pockets of resistance and like rallying them.
And we still have my dragon, but I do not want to bring my dragon towards the red dragon. Just saying.
Mhm.
I think that would turn out bad.
The thing is, it's mainly that you don't know.
Yeah, I just like because we befriended the gold dragon, and now knowing the red dragon is sworn enemy of gold dragon, I don't want to take my chances.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I look over the rogue. Hey, the gold dragon likes us now, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Basically, typically chromatic dragons, i.e., like red, green stuff, typically tend towards evil and hatred of most moral races, whereas chromatic tend to good. This isn't a 100% rule. There are exceptions,
Mm-hmm.
but typically,
So primary colors versus metallics.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
The metallics can trace their lineage to Kerr. The primary colors can trace their lineage to Adrestia.
Got it. Okay. And Adrestia, she's a yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Tim.
She is ever spiteful.
Mhm.
It's in the
Tim,
name.
Tim.
Yep.
Is there anything that protects you from scrying?
Anything that you should what?
Anything that protects from scrying?
I believe there is an amulet of non-detection.
Is that what? Okay, I'll look again. I didn't see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
your
while
little
I
town's
think
actually
about
starting
it,
to grow.
I would like to commission armor for my Pegasus Tien.
All right.
So who would I speak to about making something for him?
A smith.
Okay.
Amulet of proof against detection and location.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, of course I didn't see that one.
I'm used to it just being non-detection because playing other editions.
Well, I tried searching scry. Of course, I came up with nothing. Okay, that's uncommon actually. How much is that? And how many are there? Okay,
Well, let's see. How to find a search page. Is there anything you would like to be doing this time, Joker?
Maybe try and figure out how this fucking Gatling gun works.
All right, you can make me one more D100 roll.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Does that succeed?
As you're purchasing in the shop in the square, and basically there's been a target range set up. You see your companion miss, and then basically turn back a smug grin and basically bullseye 3 things with the Gatling gun. As you now have proficiency.
I packed a snowball into my gun. It's my secret weapon. I fired and missed.
I fired and I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency. With
Ooh.
Yeah, you now have proficiency with Gatling.
Wait. Wait a second. Rate common item. Feats equipment.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're
I'm
trying to
clearly
do.
doing something fucked up.
Click the cog next to it instead of the word weapon proficiency.
Have been doing that. Still doing that.
Well, I think you missed at some point because you were hitting.
I mean, I'm clicking right on the box where the text box is.
Yeah, well, there should be a cog next to it.
Yeah, I'm in the settings. It's weapon and then
That's
proficiency,
expensive,
and then
okay.
it's got the text box for it. But I keep clicking on it, and it's okay. There we go.
It's below. Or
Apparently, my
above.
cursor has
Sorry.
decided that it wants to be like an inch off of the
Oh, well, that's
actual intended target.
How can I search a page?
on
Just the internet.
Control F.
Control
You're searching
F.
for a word. It took me a second because that sounded like a way too basic question for what you.
Oh, this has this a lot higher because it protects against
So,
divination.
bro, how do I access the internet?
But I'll have it be cheaper. I'd probably say,
Well, according to Xanathar's, it's 1d6 times 100 gold pieces.
yeah, I'm going to say like 200 gold.
Oh, okay. How much gold? How much platinum do I have? Let's see. How many are there? Is there just one or?
There are multiple.
Okay. Let's see. How many people are in our party?
There is enough for the party.
I need to know how much platinum I'm subtracting.
Let's see. Taco, you, Critmere, Joker, Ed. So 5.
And then the other Dragonborn is 6.
6. So
That's
6 total.
12 platinum.
It'd be 120 platinum.
Okay, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I don't have that much.
Because they're 200 each.
Sorry, I was thinking for some reason.
So,
Before
does that
bartering.
scarf have anything special to it other than being attached to the dragon?
Does it give him plus
Nope.
AC or something?
It currently does nothing.
I'd like to buy standard plate armor, but that's 150 platinum.
I don't think I even have
There it
proficiency
is.
for heavy armor.
Persuasion? I mean, I could try sleight of handing, but it's a magic item shop. That might not be a good idea.
It's also your guys' town.
Well, yeah. Do I get advantage then on persuasion?
Yes, you do.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, 20. I'm definitely trying to lower the price to something. I'm not going to be able to get as many as I want.
Oh, I thought you were talking about sleight of hand. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, no.
By the way, your town has upgraded to the point where you can actually purchase like rare things now from here.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm looking for jewelry right now, though.
Let's see. He'll sell you 6 for 1,000.
1,000.
Basically,
don't-
buy 5, get 1 free.
I don't have 100 platinum. I have 75.
You have 65?
So,
75.
does the dragon count as a sugar daddy?
Whoa, how did you get that much platinum?
I think I stole a lot.
Holy crud. I have
I know what
50.
happened. I sold something, but I bartered really well.
Okay, crud, because I had 35 gold at this whole time is all I've had.
Because we did something, and Ed and I split the gold or something like that.
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah, because you caused the distraction while him and the changeling robbed.
Right, and he's basically Ed split it some way, and then I gave more to someone or something. I would have had more, but...
Do you think, the shopkeeper looks at you, do you think you lot might be able to get another safe trade route coming our way?
Possibly. How do you feel about dwarves?
I'm fine with anyone. I mean, I'm a knoll, so
Fair. I just didn't know how your people look.
it feels
Wow,
odd, actually.
could you be any more racist?
Well, I don't know their history with dwarves.
Yeah, typically gnolls are the people that typically raid others and have been beaten back and attacked a lot. So
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
so if you could manage to do that, I'll sell you the 6 for 75 platinum.
Okay.
Anybody selling any armor?
I'm actually looking at. I don't want to sell my instant fortress, but that would be a straight up trade across, anyways.
Got a water skin with a healing potion in it, because apparently that's the thing that happened.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you poured it all in the thing. And Kritmir was looking for plate armor.
Yeah.
I have even more gold than this, and then I spent some before because I was getting all the things just in case. Like the 4 donkeys we have. What am I using as armor right now? Oh. How much does leather armor sell for? Because I'm not using that. Or I
Not
shouldn't be using that.
that much.
Well, I know, but like it's in my inventory and I'm not using it. It says I am, but I should be using this studded leather.
I think you can buy it for like 10.
Oh, sheesh.
So sell it for 5.
Let me double check for you.
I mean, I can pull it up real quick.
Leather, you can buy for 10, so you can sell it for 5.
Okay. I will go ahead and sell that. That'll actually get me another platinum, but not that it'll help Annie for this specific purchase, because I have 5 gold already.
The town, since it is your town, is willing to start stuff like commissioned for you. Basically, you won't necessarily have to pay a large cost, but it will take time.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that you'll have to basically come back from your adventure to pick it up.
That will be acceptable. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, you do see that some people are starting to actually build new buildings and such.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what.
So I'll buy 1 amulet now, and I'll come back for the rest later.
All right, you want to commission several?
Yeah, basically. How much were those again?
It's going to be cheaper, but that's basically...
yeah, how much for 1? And then...
200, and then basically commission will be for half.
200. So I'm buying 1 right now, so maybe really 200.
They can't have too many commissioned things at once because they do actually have to be working on other things.
Right, so I'm going to grab that amulet real quick and then tell me how the commission works.
Half price.
Okay, so that would be...
Another 500.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. And then basically that will be like...
My coin purse is very light now.
Yeah, that will be your guys' magic shop, like, on hold. Until you come back.
I'm definitely wearing the one that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
So, is there any kind of like light armor they can buy?
What? You're looking for like leather, studded leather?
Preferably studded leather.
Light.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only real thing I can buy, I imagine.
Studded leather's 45 gold.
Dang. I don't really have anything I can sell.
I look at you. Hey, I got this crossbow I don't use. You can sell that if you look up the pricing. The light crossbow.
Yeah, it throws
Light
javelins instead.
No, I just chuck those with my hands. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You throw javelins instead of using a crossbow.
Yes.
Crossbow would be self-repulsive.
Yeah,
You
it gives
should
you a
already
few
have armor.
What?
You should already have armor.
Yeah, but I only have leather armor. Studded would at least give me a slight AC boost.
What armor?
I think it gives you.
Hide is medium. That gives me.
It gives me like 1 point extra, but I mean, like, hey, every bit helps.
Yeah.
It would be 1 point. Yeah, it's 12 plus dex.
Spiked armor. What? Oh, it's the dwarf. Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah, one AC more. So
The Morrow are also renowned smiths.
That give me disadvantage.
Basically, you know how like in most fantasy worlds how most people talk about dwarves and their fantastic smithing? Dwarves do that about Morrow.
So what you're saying is they're the dwarves of all dwarves.
Yeah, they're the most metal and dwarfy of dwarfs.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
You definitely want to make friends with
Do
these
they
guys.
sing hi-ho whenever they go off to work?
No. They charge their enemy wielding the bones of their ancestors to ensure
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Wait a second.
Yeah, this was the one dude you encountered in the town way back who had the greatsword made of all of his ancestors' bones.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you didn't
was
hear me
ringing
say
a
the thing
bell.
about
Like,
anybody have a Cicerus.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? Let's go! I need to meet these people!
We're waiting for me figuring out what else I want to buy.
Okay.
Since the magic shop is mostly going to be commissioned with amulets, if you want to commission a magical suit of armor, you'll only be able to commission one.
no, my armor standard.
All right.
Just
Would you
standard
like to
smith.
commission it, or would you like to just flat out buy it?
I will commission that, the plate armor, and if we can commission a standard light armor for the Pegasus, if we can do both, I will put gold down.
Wait, my bombs cost 150 gold?
I would think the Pegasus would only be in light armor, if that's even doable.
I completely forgot those cost that much. I'm gonna sell bombs because I'm not using those.
Dress bombs?
Yeah.
I already used them.
Both of them?
Yes. I blewed up skeletonals as they were climbing over our ship.
Yeah, I had more than two originally.
Okay.
I already marked those
I used two.
I'm pretty sure I marked those off as you use them.
Let me check your Pegasus's strength.
Yeah.
Technically, you could actually get the Pegasus could wear plate.
Oh wow.
The thing is that mount armor is 4 times the equivalent cost as.
Holy crud. Okay.
I forgot about that part.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
So commission the plate mail, it'll be half price, so it'll be 750.
Okay, I can do that for myself. So we'll start there. And the mount armor, I can't even touch the affording, so we're gonna wait. And holy crud. Okay.
If you commissioned like leather for your mount, it would be 20 gold essentially.
20. Okay.
Times 4 then halved. Well, actually, be halved then times 4. Either way you do it.
Right.
Yeah, so we
Half price. Okay. So
okay, well, I'm gonna grab that and then I'm gonna
leather will still give a little AC bonus to him.
I believe you technically get more from hide, and it's the same for you.
Okay.
studded leather and hide are the same.
Okay. And a lot of it's for show that he actually has armor.
Right.
More than. So, yeah, leather will be fine. We won't.
Wow, spike
will
armor is
put-
heavy.
Um,
Oh, those tents
Meaning-
are not on me. Those
meaning
are on
knowing how like agile your horse is, like
those
it
tents are
would
on
cost
me.
you the same amount to get like hide.
Okay.
And it would defend it more.
Okay.
There you go.
We can do that.
I had tied the tents to the donkeys, so I'm not carrying them myself.
Okay, and BRB. I need to refill my water.
I also need to refill my drink, so I'll BRB real quick, get myself some more water, and then we'll go on our adventure to High Ho to the dwarves who come from a heavy metal album.
There we go. My AC increased by 1. Woohoo!
I wish my AC had increased by.
My armor also has a whole bunch of spikes on it.
Lucky.
And it's 45 pounds. Which is why I decided to tie the tents to the donkeys rather than carrying them on my person.
Sounds about right.
I don't know why I was carrying those on my person. I had a giant backpack. Yeah, I put a note that they're on the donkeys. That was expensive just to increase by 1, but I didn't want disadvantage, so...
I feel better.
Wait a minute. Started over. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't want to do... No, I don't need to do that one.
Let's see.
I can read things. No, I don't want that. I want
Hide. Hide armor. So it's 40 gold. Okay, it would be 40 gold if I bought it outright for. My smithing friends, this is what I will do. I know it costs money to initiate things, so let's let's buy hide armor for my Pegasus outright so that they can have gold. And commission mine plate. So that's 40. $4.95 times
I don't
10.
have like the pistol. Okay, never mind.
So hide armor.
I am back.
Oh,
Welcome.
Are we all here?
yes.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realize you were gone. I will tell my smithing friends. I will buy full price for hide armor for my Pegasus.
Okay.
And then that way they have working capital to begin the commission on my plate.
He nods.
I
Alright.
bought spiked armor for full price. So I have an AC of 16 instead of 15. I also look very metal. Where's my guitar? What instrument do I have proficiency in?
Yeah.
Well, with those newfound pointy things you have on your head, I kind of like prick at them.
I have
it-
no proficiency with.
Any other
no, wait.
purchases?
No instrument proficiency.
Any other purchases the party wants to make?
Let's see.
I'm gonna buy a lute.
Loot.
Since I made that joke, I have to do it now.
Liberty Spikes. Do it.
I mean, I'm gonna call it a guitar, but I'm buying a lute. I assume it'd be the same price as a lute.
Yeah.
It's probably more like a ukulele, I'm gonna say. A little tinka tinka tinka.
Well, it's either a lute or a lyre. What's the difference?
Whichever is cheaper.
Lyre.
Like I actually don't know what.
5 gold.
So I'm rummaging through my rock. Gentlemen, I feel much invigorated.
A lute looks more like a guitar than a lyre. A lyre is more like a harp.
My smithy friends, would there be something that I can purchase to bring to the Morrows that they would appreciate to initiate trade?
I'm gonna pay for a lute because a lyre is definitely not what I'm looking for.
Don't know what they would want from us.
A token of your wares, something to, show our good faith that we wish to establish friendship.
The smith's going to make a history check. Try to think what he knows about the morrow. We probably don't need any of our smithy, but if you go to the church and get some holy water, they might appreciate that.
Ooh. Good idea, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Water of the holy variety. Water with holes in it.
Yeah.
That's not what it... Never mind.
Yeah, the morrow do not like undead.
Ah.
Well, neither do we, so that's good.
Holy water flasks.
This is now a bad time to mention I've been carrying a zombie around with us this entire time.
Is this a bad time to reveal myself as a zombie to the party?
Just make sure that certain I was going to say porcelain face, but now we have 2 people who look like that. A certain person doesn't get close to them.
Well, Tim has been missing.
Oh, right. Taco could make holy water, actually.
The church will give you guys a flask for free.
Oh, well, thank you, kind.
I mean, it costs the same price, but Taco could make it himself.
We will endeavor to make friends with our neighbors to the distant mountain.
Wait, did you multi-class into Paladin?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can make holy water.
I'm only at level 1. I am learning.
No, holy water literally just, it's a ritual that takes an hour. Any Paladin or cleric can do it.
Well, I will spend time at the church and watch the ritual. So I will be now practiced at it.
Mm-hmm. I do believe it costs something, but I can't remember.
Yeah, you still have to pay for the 25 gold worth of silver, so it costs the same, but you can make it yourself. Like, if for some reason nobody's selling it, you can just buy silver instead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they show you how it's done.
Perfect.
Like, that'd be like 50 silver coins worth of silver, but, or not 50, sorry, 250 silver coins worth of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 25 gold, yeah.
Anything else?
Let's see.
I think I'm done, especially since I'm running out of money again.
Yep, I'm good.
What about you, Joker?
What?
Anything you want to purchase?
No, I'm going to wait till we get to Dwarf Town.
All right. There is no more purchases. You guys move through the desert, being the most dangerous things. You are unhampered on your way to the morrow.
I'm practicing on my renaming this to a guitar the whole way. I'm terrible at it. I do not have proficiency in guitar.
Mm-hmm. You eventually meet eventually see a dormant volcano, and upon one of the slopes of it is a quite literal bone white fortress.
Now that's a
Do you think they bleached it to keep it from yellowing?
These are also the same dwarves that, like, their bone swords can, like, hit metal swords and not break. No one really knows how it works.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I want one.
Yeah, well, are you part dwarf?
No, but I do speak Dwarvish.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
you're going to have to earn their favor.
Yeah. You eventually see that the basically guards on watch notice you. They give a wave. You see someone else, other suit that you can't really make out from the distance, basically cup their hands to their mouth, and they're able to bellow a noise like that of someone sounding horn. And basically,
I wave back.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're like getting ready to fight. It's basically like someone's here.
Yeah.
You eventually get to there. You can now see them clearly, made of bone.
So awesome.
Mm-hmm. They open the gates, and specifically when Feindal gets within 30 feet of the fortress, you no longer see... Well, you see bone, but you also see something more. You see this bone fortress, but you also see a bunch of very spectral looking...
The spirits of the ancestors.
Yeah, basically you see the spirits of the ancestors decked out in bone armor.
I wave to them.
They give a nod of acknowledgement. You feel if this fortress is attacked, it would not just be the living that would defend it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, they have a kind of odd relationship with undead. They dislike, like, most forms of undead, but their ancestor worship's a side type of thing, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then one with basically jawbones attached to the side of his face approaches. And what would bring strangers to a fortress?
We would like to create a trade route, partly.
Oh, well then. Follow me.
We have heard that you might be interested in some holy water.
Yes, it's always nice to have a good... We'll never turn down. Yeah, he looks at the flask, inspects it, nods. We will never turn down another route of holy. But I'm sure we can talk more and get the specifics of the...
Yes.
Follow me. And it leads you into the fortress where there's another set of doors that open into basically a way that goes down.
So are there just ghosts at the front, or am I seeing ghosts as we go along?
As you go along.
Okay, that's terrifying.
This city is literally made from the ancestors.
Yeah.
This
okay. Entire fortress is made of the ancestors.
And I'm the only one that can see this, right?
Yeah, you're the only one that sees them.
Awesome.
At least in the party.
Do I have telepathy, Sam?
You still have the telepathy with the party.
Awesome. I'm just gonna kind of like telepathically let everybody know it's like, hey, there's ghosts.
I answer telepathically. I don't think you mean ghosts, but I think I know what you mean. Maybe. Would this be a history check?
You can use religion or history.
Religion or history. It seems like it's exactly the same roll.
Yeah, you have no idea.
What? What?
I just touched the hilt of my sword.
Yeah. By the way, ever since
Religion or history?
Yeah, religion or history. By the way, Faendal, ever since you saw your friend pick up that sword, you basically see 4 ghosts, 4 additional ghostly Goliaths walking as if like they were bodyguards of Cryptmere.
I wave to them as well.
They look surprised, but then wave. Yeah, no one understands.
Do you not see my hardcore 18? Nah.
I totally got that.
Let's just ignore that 8 for now.
Yeah. He eventually leads you basically to a cart that will take you down, because, you know, traveling very far deep into the mountain by walking would probably not be fun. And it takes you far, far deep into the earth. Basically to their main populous hub. You eventually start hearing this soft murmuring in the background.
I am a court functionary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You do hear that soft murmuring accompanied by singing of the same level as that like yell you heard before, and you see more of the similar dwarves with basically like jawbones attached to the side of their face. You notice it's being used to basically keep
these dwarves look so badass.
Yeah, it seems like they're basically
dwarves designed this armor I'm wearing with a whole bunch of spikes. What do you expect?
You do see that it seems to be for keeping time, and you see a bunch of them mining, and when you see the pickaxes, also made of bone.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And the ore they seem to be shoveling seems to be this dark, like pitch black ore.
Cool.
You eventually pass by the things of that ore within 30 feet of you, Faendal. As you pass within 30 feet of it, can you make me a
wisdom saving
throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw? Jesus Christ, what's happening?
We'll see.
Maybe nothing. Maybe everything.
As for a split second, as you pass by the unnerving ore, you see the inky blackness after the end. You are there. There's no sound. There is nothing. You're dead, but you cannot move on. And then just as quickly you pass it, and you feel the vomit off the side.
You cut out there, what?
Basically, this happens in the very split second that you guys pass that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, you feel essentially the end of the universe. Inky void and nothing else. And then eventually that split second passes, and you feel the need just to vomit off the side of this cart.
Quick, make a con save.
No, you don't get a con save.
You just vomit?
I just straight up vomit?
He just straight up vomits to the side, and your guide looks like concerned. And then he shouts in... It's Dwarvish, so you understand the basics of it, but is the basically like dialect of the Morrow. So some things don't fully transfer, but you can get the gist of it, which is basically like, don't bring those near the visitors, please. Sorry.
Once I recover, I immediately go, that was awesome, let's do it again.
You probably shouldn't have too much contact with that. That ore is bad stuff. We're just making sure it doesn't grow out of proportion. Anyone can make me a religion check. Well, actually, Faendal can make me a religion check after that experience.
Faendal is going to make a religion check. Feindal was never pious.
Are
Whoa.
you sure?
Mhm.
Whoa.
He's the only one with a
okay.
decent bonus in religion, so...
Sure,
You
sure.
recognize what just happened to you from various description from ravings of madmen and terrifying entities. You just basically had experience with some touched the realm of the dreamer deep below.
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, essentially the Cthulhu of this world.
Yeah, a great old one for sure.
It
That's terrifying
died
and awesome.
at the end of the universe and then came back in time.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
A
it was
strange
born
thing
dead.
that only the most intoxicated dwarven miners will ever mention, but even then, when asked what it is, they only reply, trouble.
So basically, that's what remains of an eldritch horror of some kind.
No,
It's
that's
still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. Okay, so that's even more terrifying to think of.
Like that ore was like that because it has touched its realm in a little bit of ways.
Oh my god.
Not like it was like soaked in its realm, like the realm touched it at some point.
Just like, poke.
Mm-hmm.
This sound. There was an episode where you go back in time and
Say,
things
Doctor,
got worse
I'm
and
gonna
worse.
slap you.
Anyway, okay.
But yeah, Critmere, you recognize that soft murmuring sound as the sound of a susurrus.
Oh, what? With what now?
They're basically aberrations that seem to be like crystalline human holes in them that air goes through, and they don't have a head.
Oh
And they
yeah.
make a
not-
Cicerus.
Yeah, they make a susurrus, which is basically a soft murmuring noise.
Yes.
That soft murmuring noise keeps undead asleep. It's the only thing in which undead will like immediately stop raging to try to kill the living and just sleep.
I do. That brings back that sad memory that one
Mm-hmm.
just jumped up on our shoulder and it was really nice and everything. Bye bye.
I have a question. Would it be inappropriate to hit on one of the undead?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay.
step away from you because the.
I feel like you
oogly-
would know it would be
uh,
inappropriate to
At
hit on an
least,
ancestor.
at least I'm asking. At least I am asking.
The oogly eyes just kind of like.
All of you can make me a perception check as you continue this railway.
Perception.
I'm just imagining this entire conversation going on in the back
Nice
of the
perception.
In your guys' heads.
car.
Not so nice
Wow.
perception.
Okay.
What can I say? I'm too busy thinking about ghosts.
Okay.
Oh.
Player thing on your Joker on your sheet. To the right of spells, there's a little gear. Click the gear icon.
Okay.
And then just below that, it changes and it says,
It says always roll advantage right now.
yeah, like the three
Oh,
words
okay.
just below, and then
Yeah.
click that and say query advantage.
Alrighty.
There you go, and then
I
click
will
the,
test
the-
this out now.
Click the core button again, and it should be fixed.
All right, try
It'll-
rolling.
it'll
It
have a-
works.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
Yeah, he chose advantage.
Oh, you chose advantage. Okay, so you have the choice to do normal or advantage now.
Or
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yep.
You should have saved that dexterity save for when you needed it, though.
Mhm.
Can
You were eventually brought into.
I
the
put that in
inner
my pocket and save that for later?
No.
No.
You eventually are brought into an inner chamber, where basically it's obviously like a council room, and you notice like in basically cut like holes carved into the walls, like on this going up far into the ceiling, where basically like the skulls of previous council members have been set throughout all the ages, looking down at the proceedings going on.
I love this place.
Yeah.
We should get a house here. Yeah, when anyone go halfsies on a house.
No.
The elders and leaders basically have the bones of their ancestors crafted as like a full helm so you actually can't see their face.
That is so awesome.
I tilt my head at my necrophiliac acquaintance and just kind of
Wait, Tim isn't here. Oh wait.
walk away.
Debated necrophiliac.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of these actions yet. These are all in his head.
I haven't
just
done it
enough in
yet.
his
I've
head.
just thought about it. I'm thinking about it.
I'm shaking my head.
We have heard of you, the Unchained.
Who's the Unchained? Who's he talking to right now?
That's
I
the
know,
name
that-
of our
that is
adventuring
us.
party.
That's the
I
name of your
whispered.
guys' adventure.
Through telepathy.
We are
Oh, okay.
we are honored to finally meet you.
As we are honored to meet you. And it is good to see you once again, Shanks. Shank nods.
Wait, he's with us.
Yeah, I assumed he was because he had mentioned it.
Okay.
Is there
I
any
believe
special proceedings I should know about?
mainly that it has to occur here so they get the approval of all the elders from the past, essentially.
Okay.
Other than that, the typical kind of normal backroom dealing stuff occurs.
Do I need to roll something?
So is there anything else besides to trade us, and what would you like from us?
The Knolls, did the Knolls mention what they would like in return? Like importing?
Basically, the Knoll, your guys' little city is growing because various small resistance groups are coming in there and bringing goods and stuff, as well as the stuff from the 2 dragons and wildlands.
Right.
Which typically most people don't have access to, because if you go across the wrong border, you're captured and sold as a slave by the red or white dragon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But do we need food or something?
I mean, if you can bring us fresh produce, that's always in here.
No, I meant our town. I'm trying to figure out, because I'm sure we talked to them about it. But what would we want from the dwarves for this specifically for the trading?
Probably minerals.
Ores would be good.
Minerals.
If you could luck out and get one of their smiths, that would be the ultimate prize.
Right.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
So I definitely mentioned the
Knowledge.
ore, and I kind of hint at the smith part, but I really don't expect that to happen.
Yeah. Knowledge trading, yes.
Yeah, maybe an apprenticeship.
Maybe we could supply them with water of the holy variety.
Well, that was our opening bid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
was
how
that
we-
the opening bid?
yeah, we
Okay, I
can
wasn't
certainly
paying any
provide
attention.
Rare ores.
What?
The elders reply back, we can certainly provide rare ores.
So, are there any dead elders here?
Do you move within 30 feet of the walls?
If it doesn't mess with anything happening here, I can try.
It won't, and you basically notice that they are, in fact, it seems like each of these.
You cut out.
You cut out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, each of the little holes where the bones are carved in such a way that basically you see the spirits sitting there as if they were also going over these proceedings with you.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Several of them notice you looking and give a nod. One of them turns and speaks in a very, 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 very version of Dwarvish that you don't really catch much of. But you notice one of the elders kind of look in that direction and just nod.
Do I catch any of it at all?
Something along the lines, they would be good allies to have. and more to it, but that's the base amount that you got from it.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and rejoin the group before I get a few odd stares. I'm probably already getting them, though.
Yeah.
My fine elders, 2 questions, if I may be so bold to ask.
May question.
What the first one of recent events, knowing that All Saints has been raised, what news and actions have come your way due to that?
We have done nothing in response to that due to our other duties, nor has the Empire done anything in response to us.
It sounds like we may stand on neutral ground here.
For as long as that lasts. You barely catch like a couple looking towards the various cubby holes. It is our belief that most likely, if we just sit around and wait, eventually this will very quickly become a besieged ground.
The what?
Besieged.
Ah.
That might bring me to my next question, actually. There are rumors that the dragons are once again being more bold. Do you foresee fighting, and possibly what would happen if new dragons came into light?
If any of the chromatics try to go looking for where we've hid their goddess, they will be repelled. If they are not looking for her and do not seek a fight,
You cut out again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
If the chromatics seek their goddess, they will find a fight. If they are not seeking their goddess, we do not seek a fight with them.
So wait, this is a legitimate question. The dragon that I slept with, was that a chromatic or a metallic?
Metallic.
Okay, good, because I'm kind of just flaunting a scarf in front of everybody.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, you can still have a metallic. It's just not common.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, like, it's a rule of thumb. So, like, most times it's accurate, but not 100%.
Oh, okay.
So, my new friends, our town is small but growing. I would not want to take on, if a dragon was violent towards us. It seems like your mountain is well protected. Do you feel safe here alone, or would you venture out to protect other lands?
We can't, unfortunately, as yet, send out too many forces outside of our home. As much as this is a wall to protect us, it is also a cage.
For the goddess.
And may the cage ever stand.
For the goddess and something dreams deep below.
And a shiver runs down my spine.
I curse in deep speech.
I
Eyes
understand.
turned towards you.
I understand the cursing only, and another shiver.
I think I may know what you speak, and yeah, may your prison ever stand.
It is why we are not typically active in most affairs.
My fine elders, what would be your suggestion for quelling this raging empire?
Our first option would attempt peace, but I doubt that is on any sort of table anywhere.
I look over at my dragonborn compatriot. I do not think peace is an option with them.
I think if they would have stayed in their own land, it would have been an option. It's definitely not now.
One of them takes a quick moment and sniffs. Looks at Dresht. Has anything odd happened to you?
Yes.
Could you describe it?
He bit his tongue off.
I've been dead before? That's the simple one.
That explains.
Okay, that's probably not a good thing to lead with when they hate undead.
I'm not undead, I'm alive again. There's a difference.
I know, but that kind of sets a bad taste in somebody's mouth, I imagine.
Oh yes, lying would be much better.
Look it through your mask. Is he undead? Oh.
Well, he looks a little sickly.
We
I'm
have
a
battled
dragonborn.
many
I always
undead.
look sickly.
We know that he's not undead. We are merely concerned about the air that hung around him.
Is it because he doesn't shower?
It's because he was in between and then brought back.
I understand very little of that.
Gord, I mean, I only understand a little bit because I've been there, not because I actually understand. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Sure.
We don't need to fear the in-between. We part and where we arrive after, because that is where most of our ancestors reside.
Yeah. My elders, we have heard legends of old your and actually
You're cutting out.
seen with my eyes your weapons of renowned. I don't remember who it was, but there was one moment we met one of your kind and saw his bone weapon.
Ah, yes, that was a sad loss. They seem to be debating over something, at which point the doors behind you get flung open as a dwarf, bundled up a lot more than he probably should be in the deep end, especially in this very heated place. Gloves on, scarf, hood over his face. You know, you all can stop just debating about it and let's get on to the real point here. The elders look surprised and a bit miffed. We thought you were going to stay working. Can't hide me forever. If that is your decision. The dwarf looks at you. So you're the Unchained I heard about.
That we are, humbly.
So besides trade routes and everything else, you come looking for me?
We were trying to find what happened after All Saints. And what the next move of the Empire would be.
Is this who I think it is?
I have no idea
He
what's going
takes
on.
off
I'm
the
still very
scarf.
lost.
And you see the tattoos of the chains of on his neck. His is slightly different. Instead of the one band, it's two bands with bars going evenly spaced around the entire neck. And I should expect the Saints Hounds weren't looking for the Paragon.
We had heard you might be here.
So, what's your next move?
If I remember correctly, we don't actually want him dead, because they'll just replace him.
Yeah, if he dies, they're able to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you fancy staying here indefinitely?
You know, honestly, I was really hoping for a fight. He sighs.
I mean, we can still fight. I mean, just not to the death.
He's not wrong.
You saw these tattoos happen, didn't you, Dragonborn?
Yes.
Am I just invisible to all these people?
Hey, I responded to you.
Yeah, he heard you. He's just ignoring you.
How rude!
You do notice that he does actually have like a couple of empty flasks on.
Our goal is peace in the lands. You know, war does not bring prosperity, it only death.
Hippie.
There is a time to defend and a time to fight. And I will fight with my last breath. But never needlessly.
He looks you up and down. If you let me join you, I can ensure that.
Sure, what?
You saw what the other binders can do, right? Change a saint into a god. Force them to abide by rules. Force them to not run.
Yeah.
Doran's idea of order.
I also saw how you make another one. The what are they called? I keep forgetting what they're called.
They're typically referred to in the frontiers Doran.
I didn't catch the first word. Something Doran.
Chains of Doran.
Oh. I have witnessed how you make a new chain as well.
Yeah. Blood required to push magic beyond its normal limits.
Yeah, and then death required to turn a saint into a god.
Mm-hmm. Paragon's a bit more than. You need to survive changing a few saints into gods. Manage that, you're rewarded.
Rewarded by whom?
By Dorn. Next step. Top of the line.
Cool.
Takes a sip of his fat flask.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Requires a much bigger sacrifice. Whereas the other ones can change a saint to their cultural equivalent of said god. So if you have a god representing the ideals of something of your culture, and a chain takes them, they become the Dorinthian Empire equivalent.
That's what happened to Dawn.
Yep. If you ascend to Paragon, if I get this little thing, he taps his neck around and he's saying to your god, I can rewrite the entire thing, make him anything I want.
Wait, did you say or god?
He nods.
I feel like there's a caveat in there somewhere.
Yep.
What do fish eggs have to do with anything?
Caveat, not caviar.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't understand you over your weird accents.
A warning. A warning.
You saw how it required the blood of low-level casters to make a regular chain. Make a paragon, you need some decently powerful casters to do it. Really hard to find. Also, I can only do it once. Might survive the process and be able to pick up, but one-time use. Typically, it occurs like you probably saw what happened in the City of All Saints. Heads roll.
Yeah. Oof.
A cold shiver and anger building a little bit at the memory of All Saints burning.
That's why Doran's been trading with red and white down south.
It's more
Doran's
reasons not to
team-
like those dragons.
Doran is teaming up with them.
More like they have something he wants. Only so many people you can find with magical ability and train up to the point where you can sacrifice them to make a proper chain. Dragons are able to do more wholesale because they don't have to keep up an image.
It do
So
be
the-
that way sometimes.
So the rumors of dragons enslaving anybody nearby is most likely true.
If you're in the
order to-
wildlands, yeah.
They're not just enslaving them, apparently.
Mhm.
Fodder.
Sold for a decent price ahead.
Anyone else want to slay some dragons?
I'm down.
Would slaying the dragons put a crippled Dorian's fleet?
It'll probably slow down his making a chain. As you're talking down, you're probably a step or two below your saints. We'll need some mighty fine juju to kill them.
And my fine Paragon, sir, you've been hiding for quite a while, or at least unknown to the Dorian Empire.
I mean, they sent a chain after me, not to.
Have you become I'll never say docile, but non-confrontational?
Depends on who you're talking about. You lot? Fine. With the Empire, Doran can go fuck himself. Takes a large swig of his flask.
Kind of feel like talking to ghosts now.
You do notice there is one standing beside the Paragon, and you see on like the ink on him that he's revealed, you see small little things that look like hands trying to stretch like something, or faces at times.
Huh. Interesting.
Creepy as anything, but anyways. Good thing I can't see it.
Yeah.
It will haunt my dreams forever. I'm gonna say hi.
But the way
Face your fears and then offer them coffee.
the way I see it, if you bring me to that little town of yours, I sit back and wait and join you in the main battlefield. Doran himself will probably show up.
I lean into one of my party members. Who's Doran?
I would hope your character would know that Doran is the chief deity of our enemies.
Ah, okay.
The way I see it, as soon as you get me a spot open, change him to something else.
Perhaps, what was it, Zoran?
I don't care what we name him. I can change him into anything.
Turn him into a fish.
I was thinking of
Eat him.
turning him into the thing that he was before he traveled to this land. The child of two gods. Instead of the head honcho himself.
My idea is better.
I mean, you can change him into whatever you want. I'm just...
He was never a son of gods. He was a saint.
Or, I may have gotten a little mixed up in my notes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, change him back into a saint, basically.
That would just set him back on his old path. He made himself a god. He willingly made that ritual, bound himself.
That reminds me, I was told by some older gods, not older, that a saint can't become a god.
Normally, yes.
Well, that's foreboding.
Mm-hmm. Don't know where he found that. Don't know where he dug it up. Don't know why. At this point, don't give much of a damn.
Don't know where he found what?
Don't know where he found the knowledge, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially.
So you cut out a little bit, so I wasn't sure if you said an item or...
It's less that, like, the older gods lied to you or anything. It's that they, to them, from their perspective, there was no way for...
Right. That's what I'm, like,
Yeah.
They didn't know of a way to do that. How did he
Yeah.
come across the knowledge is what I was asking.
The Paragon is basically implying he doesn't know.
Yeah, I gathered that. You cut out a little bit, so I wasn't sure if you were saying there was an item or if you were just saying he found knowledge.
Only one who would be to know would be Dorn. So he'd either have to damn or see if he's in talkative mood.
So you're saying we should meet the Empire in an open field of battle, make enough ruckus to get them all to come outside to play, so that you can turn them into some sort of worm or slime or whatever
fish.
else you want to do.
He'll still
normal
be
person?
a god. He'll still be a god, but I can change his personality to.
Turn him into a
Oh,
fish god.
you could do a benevolent god.
Mhm.
You know? Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of a memory wipe, personality transplant thing.
Oh no,
we
he'll
ever-
still remember everything, but
Right.
he won't be the same person anymore.
What was he the saint of? Did we ever find that out?
If you're wondering what it was before, he was this didn't really change much his position.
I'm sorry, Ed, you cut out.
The Paragon replies that he was the Saint of Order. He
Oh.
didn't really change his position.
Oh, he just gained enough power to force his order on others. Okay.
Yep.
Or at least that appears to be what he's doing.
Trying to make the world not be as chaotic.
He's doing a very
empire.
terrible job of that right now.
I believe the phrase is breaking a few eggs.
Yeah.
If you want to cut off the chains, the best bet would be try to ambush them by themselves, which I heard you did fairly.
Yeah, I may have ambushed, but I kind of lost a life because of it. Later.
Yeah. Ambush one of them. But if you want to remove the supply, we're going to have to lose off guard. Now, typically, they're prepped for anything the other two throw at them. Hence why not much has been done. If we could find another player, someone around their strength to back us, we can probably surprise one or two, get the aid of silver and gold to take out the last one.
You know, if I was more in tune with nature, I might be able to help nature along with helping us.
How common do new dragons come into the fray?
Well, the issue is you don't want a new dragon. You want probably big as anyone's ever seen. More than likely, probably something them that can probably find mono. Something like that backs us. We can get a surprise attack.
By telepathy, I think she's a little too young for fighting dragons of this power.
Yeah, it's telepathically, I agree. It would throw a wrench in the works. I'm going to say out loud, though.
We could find some dragon.
Can all of you make me a perception check?
I'm staring at somebody's mask right now.
Hey, how's it going?
A perception check?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
We're
Crippen
looking.
notices everything.
I just want you all to make me a perception check.
Whoosh.
Y'all kind of notice, like, Shanks kind of shifting and
Shanks, what did you do? No, that's a bad Shanks. Bad.
He looks at you like...
Do you have something to input, Shanks?
I didn't really want to bring it up considering everything you've been through, but I think I might know that dragon merchant friend was talking.
The one that's west?
Yeah.
What about it?
If we could help her, we might be able to get her help.
So that dragon wasn't the red dragon that's slaving everyone?
It sounds like it's a separate dragon to me.
Yeah.
No, she's a red dragon.
But not the other
yeah.
red dragon. Oh, a wild card.
Somebody say my name.
You gotta promise me you're gonna treat this gently. To be honest, I honestly think Taco would probably be the best bet to lead this little adventure.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
She hasn't been... right since Dad died.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
The Kenku of our party. He found me, Longtooth, the other one, bunch of rambunctious teens trying to make our way in the world. He was the rubied magpie. We called him Dad. That's why I hope I'm putting my faith in a good place. As he pulls out like it looks like a little handkerchief, like you might, but you notice it's made out of red scales.
Oh.
I hope you treat Ma right.
Always with respect and honor. Looking over at
Immediately dead eye stare.
the gold-collared rogue. Yes.
Right? What's going on?
Yeah.
I did something. Why is
will
that, everybody?
We will treat this dragon with the utmost respect and dignity.
I make no promises.
Without hitting
I will
on it.
not apologize. I will not apologize for my behavior. Hey, that dragon came onto me.
Yeah, but this you're taken now, basically, so you can't.
Yes.
Oh, I see how it is. I
Don't
sleep
pick
with
a
one
fight.
dragon, you think I'm a slut.
No, I'm telling you, you're not, and don't act like it.
No, I'm saying don't pick a fight and don't start any ruckus, buddy.
Hey, if they don't want to start a fight, then they shouldn't come up in my face.
I guess, Mr. Paragon, if you could stay here and then back. He turns to the elders. So, if you could send one of your smiths, and when the elders pauses, we'll send someone a little better. You see the other elders look at that one like, and there's some quick hushed like whispering back and forth with each other. Before that one just kind of nods like, yes, this is what we're gonna do, guys. Other ones are like, okay, if you're sure.
And how did the big elders, or the dead elders, react?
The one who first said something to them just kind of nods, and you see him like look up and kind of like shout at the top one, basically like, yes, they're doing it. We'll send word to the Bone Shapers. Have one of them go to your town and teach some.
The sound of a dragonborn's jaw hits the floor.
Yeah. From your knowledge of the Morrow, basically, these are the special cast of them that have the duty of basically making the bone into the armor weapons. Essentially, you have like their smiths and then bone shapers.
That's awesome. It's really awesome.
We are, I speak for the whole town, we are grateful for your new friendship.
They nod.
And we might have to be off to talk to a dragon.
Mm-hmm. You are eventually escorted way, way back.
As we're escorted away, I wave goodbye to the elders. The dead elders, specifically.
They wave back.
You probably get some
The what?
confused looks as well.
Well, you see the elders like turn, like basically you're the last one out to the dead elders and look back to you, like come to the realization, like, wait a minute.
You could see them the whole time.
You see the one elder that you saw talking to at the beginning kind of break out in a soft laughter. You get into the cart, you have a new passenger. Seems this is the bone shaper they're talking about. He doesn't appear to be wearing any bones until you see his like robe. He goes basically to shake your hand in greetings, and you notice that basically like bone covering his hands like a glove.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Ancestors be with you.
And with you.
I see the ancestors.
Mm-hmm. He shakes all your hands. Critmere, you don't know why he's shaking the hands. Fendal, you see him shake the hands of the spirits around Critmere.
I kind of look to as he's walking around me. Well met. Okay. Okay.
It seems you've already picked up a following.
I touch the hilt of my sword. I think I understand.
Mm-hmm. You're escorted back up. The like watchmen and stuff seem a bit surprised that Bone Shaper is leaving.
I'm surprised too, buddy.
Mm-hmm. He's eventually sent with the first trade caravan towards your city, and you are going off to meet Shank's mother, who he says typically goes to mortals by the name of Melody.
Melody. Okay.
Yep. Before her and Dad got together, he typically referred to her as My Lady, as an obvious mispronunciation of it.
So wait, we've left the city now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. That's about
As you leave, like heavy metal plays in the background. Specifically the song Heavy Metal. And that's what we'll call it for tonight.
Awesome.
A lot of me talking, but hopefully next time, a lot of more you guys fighting.
Yeah.
Lots of build up. I like it. It's always fun.
And hopefully we have more players, and hopefully maybe after for so long, Alex is able to join us as well.
Yeah.
So what exactly is my relationship with that dragon?
Okay.
With each
I'm
other,
going
that's
to
basically
stop
it.
recording now. So
Yes.
yeah.